Hey guys, before we start the video, I guess I wanted to give a little update that would happen in an actual video. Uh, so there's gonna be a timestamp on screen, detailing where the video actually starts. So go to that time if you don't want to hear this update. But as for the rest of you guys, I'm pretty sure you noticed this is the first video I've uploaded in almost 2 months. There's a reason why. So, long story short, I have a job now, so my schedule is going to be constantly packed now, and like really long nights too. So, I'm still trying to figure it all out. But, in other news, we have all the voice actors we need for those specials, so we can start animating it now. We just gotta record everything. Yeah. That's about it. I have a job now, so my schedule is probably going to be really inconsistent. But on screen right now, I think are some like concept art of the 2 specials I have coming out. So yeah, that's interesting, I guess. But anyway, on with the video. Hey guys. It's really dark outside, it's raining, there's nothing to do. I'm honestly out of ideas for stuff, and we just have nothing to do. Thanks not Dwayne, but no thanks. I've been there, done that.
Yahoo! Choppy! Yahoo!
Huh. Yeah, that's a good idea. We haven't watched a movie in a while, so I guess we can do that. Let me go look for something. Yo! I found something! We haven't watched this in a while, so I guess we can watch it. Come to think of it, I don't think I ever actually gave a review of this movie, especially considering how big it was for us. Well, I guess we can pop this poorly produced DVD into the computer and watch it. Let's go, guys. Let's watch it. Oh, that was really good. Wow. Ah, yes. Hey Arnold. Where do I even begin? It was the show that honestly put my channel on the map. For a lot of you new viewers out there who don't know, about 3 years ago, during the big lead up to the highly anticipated release of Hey Arnold the Jungle movie, I covered each and every piece of news coming from it, whether it be a random storyboard uploaded by series creator Craig Bartlett, or something as big as a trailer. It was a wild ride that honestly made me get into the groove of making videos. And come November 24th, 2017, the fated release date of the movie, after a whole year of buildup, you know I definitely did not review the movie. Yeah, I don't know what really happened either. I mean, I posted a first impressions video right after the movie aired, but that's about it. And after that, Hey Arnold just kinda disappeared from the channel. Well, until now at least. Better late than never, am I right? Before we get into the actual review of the movie, I feel some context is needed. In 2001, the first Hey Arnold movie released, titled Hey Arnold the movie. But there were originally going to be two movies. One TV movie titled Arnold Saves the Neighborhood, which was what the first movie was originally going to be, and a big theatrical finale to wrap up the series titled Hey Arnold, the Jungle Movie. But Nickelodeon decided that the TV movie was good enough for theaters. And literally 75% of the way through production, decided to rush it to theaters. I don't like this movie. I mean, as a TV movie it works, but as a theatrical experience, it's really bad. The art is really bad even for 2001 standards. It doesn't have any polish. Literally, Arnold, Gerald, and Helga are the only characters with any movie budget effort put into them. And the story, like I said, works for a TV movie, but is not grand enough for a theatrical movie. But that's a story for another day. Because Hey Arnold the movie did so poorly in theaters, the Jungle movie was cancelled, and the original Hey Arnold series ended in 2004, ending on a 1-hour special that ended on a cliffhanger, with Arnold finding a map that could lead to the whereabouts of his missing parents. And we were left with this cliffhanger for 13 years. However, during those 13 years, fans of the show kept clamoring for the movie to be made, and after that period of waiting and fighting, the movie actually did happen, though it was released on TV only. Ironic considering this is the more theatrical of the two. So the movie begins with Arnold having a dream about his parents, set in a weird jungle-fied version of Hillwood, and on the island for Parents' Day. Nice touch. And when he loses them again, he wakes up in a panic, only to find he's back in his old life. Except now it's set in the future. Yup, Hey Arnold did the 2-year time skip before Steven Universe made it cool. Every character is aged up to be in the 6th grade, and like every cartoon, you can tell they're all aged up because they all have some sick jackets. It's the last day of school, and Mr. Simmons announces that the class is entering a video essay contest showing an act of kindness that, if they win, they'll go on a trip to San Lorenzo, conveniently the place where Arnold's parents disappeared.
It's almost like this contest is designed for you.
So Arnold and Gerald get to work on the video essay, building a habitat for Monkey Man, like the animal he is. And it of course goes horribly wrong, and Arnold goes on a sad walk to ponder about the world. It's just like a Hey Arnold episode. Anyway, Helga sees this as an opportunity to get Arnold to tell her about how he feels about her. Keep in mind this is after the first movie and all the weird flirty stuff between Helga and Arnold in the last few episodes. He definitely knows at this point. So she appoints her best friend Phoebe, the best character in the show, and Gerald to help make an inspirational video about Arnold using all the footage of him from every episode in the series that she just had lying around. According to Craig Bartlett, Helga was secretly recording Arnold throughout the entire series so she could have it in her collection of Arnold stuff. And I feel that's totally in character. Totally bullshit considering Helga was there most of the time, but in character. Anyway, Helga, Phoebe, and Gerald gather up all the kids and make a video praising all the good stuff Arnold's done over the course of the series, and then get literally every character in the series to throw a big party for Arnold on the roof of his house, and reveal to him that they won the contest. And then after that, there's this mysterious villain laugh, and Grandpa and Grandma warn Arnold to not look for his parents because that's a little too convenient, and Arnold Shortman, yes, they revealed his last name, that was pretty sick, and the rest of his class, and Olga, I guess, head to the jungle. And that's Act 1. It was a nice return to form, especially since we haven't seen these characters in over a decade. It definitely felt like a Hey Arnold episode, which I feel is a nice balance for what's to come. I won't get into too much of the rest of the movie because of spoilers, but I will give a quick summary of it. So the class arrives in San Lorenzo, while Rhonda arrives in Hell. Arnold and Gerald try to find Arnold's parents' friend Eduardo, who seems to be missing, but is actually leading their class trip to the camp. That's so nice of him, and not suspicious at all. Anyway, there's a bunch of banter with the classmates, so enjoy it, cause it's the only focus they're gonna get. And Arnold and Eduardo catch up and trade secrets with each other, which pisses off Gerald for a bit, and that makes Arnold all sad. He finds himself on the sailpost where he and Helga have a heart-to-heart. She literally confesses herself to him again, and this time there's no excuses for him not to listen. It's just him and her, and somehow he still finds a way to avoid the subject. And this makes Helga all sad, which causes up to rip her locket. Oh my god, that was the most tense thing in the first trailer. It was chilling. Anyway, their boat is boarded by pirates, And there's a really great action scene on the water. When the action dies down, Eduardo takes the class to the camp, where he reveals that he's actually the evil river pirate La Sombra, and made that contest just to lure Arnold to San Lorenzo so he could kidnap him and find the green-eyed people to steal their sacred treasure.
It's almost like this contest is designed for you.
He explains the legend of the green-eyed people and the fact that Arnold is using this trip to look for his parents, and La Sombra uses this secret as a leverage to have everyone turn against Arnold. You made Phoebe sad, you fucking degenerate scum! But luckily, Arnold, Helga, and Gerald break out and escape into the jungle, where they search for the green-eyed people to find Arnold's parents. And yes, that is as far as I'm gonna go. That way you won't be spoiled. Looking back on it now, the Jungle movie is definitely not perfect. In fact, I have a few notes. I feel the biggest problem this movie had is that there was not enough Phoebe. No, I'm serious this time. The movie had a whole ensemble cast that they just didn't use. Hell, Phoebe was advertised to be one of the 4 main characters alongside Arnold, Gerald, and Helga, so you'd think she'd go into the jungle with them. Nope. She stayed behind to deal with the hostage subplot, which was still one of the best parts of the movie, but come on. She could have done so much to assist in the jungle. And it's not just her either, literally the entire class got shafted in this movie. Speaking of which, no Lila or Sheena. With how little the class actually did in the movie, they could have at least shoved them in somewhere. Sheena was there since the first episode, and say what you will about Lila, but you can't deny how important she was in multiple episodes. It felt really odd not to see them in the class. They could have come instead of Olga. Speaking of which, why is Olga even here? Out of all the characters in the series that could have come on this trip, they chose Olga. She serves no general purpose to the overall plot and just feels really out of place, especially considering she's not even in the class. I will always stand by that this movie is a masterpiece, but that is this movie's biggest problem. It does not use its characters well, but at least it still did better than the first movie. Another problem I had was the character conclusions. I mean, with the ending, we don't know what happened between finding his parents and the epilogue. We didn't get to see Phil and Gertrude reunite with their son and daughter-in-law after a decade. We don't see what happens to Eduardo. We don't see what happens to the class after the battle. Literally, Phoebe's final speaking line in the entire series is,
Mr. Shortman, Arnold's up there. Somewhere.
Oh.
I feel the movie could have benefited from an extra 10 or 20 minutes to truly wrap everything up. Other than those glaring problems, Hey Arnold the Jungle movie is still a masterpiece in my eyes. It was truly amazing from start to finish, even with the noticeable problems it has. It's amazing to see a big company like Nickelodeon actually listen to its fans for once, and it was great to finally see this movie come to life after so long. If I were to give it a rating now, I'd probably give it like an 8.5 or a 9 out of 10 or something like that. I know people are still sad over the fact that we aren't getting a season 6, but I feel that's a good thing. This movie serves as a great finale, and we already know where the main 4 end up, at least for now. And besides, isn't that what we were fighting for this whole time? We were fighting to see the conclusion to the series, not to see more of it. While the door is open for more Arnold, I think it's best for this movie to serve as the finale. It would kind of defeat the point of its existence if it wasn't. Well, that's that. I'm glad we could finally cover Hey Arnold the Jungle movie in a satisfying conclusion way, much like the movie is. And it's because of this movie that we're able to go on this incredible journey with the channel. Without the Jungle movie, we would have never had Dwayne or not Dwayne or Kenny or any of the stuff we do on the channel. So it's because of this movie we can do a lot of the stuff we can do. So I'm glad we can finally give a nice, satisfying conclusion to this. Anyway, that's going to be it for now. Thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, take care.